I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's a site with curated information that you can watch, you can listen to, you can read, that's going to help you find work more quickly. Now, I thought I would do this video because, frankly, I started to think about why people hire me to coach them. And the simple answer is they're not getting results. Most people are not proactive with hiring a coach to help them with a career transition or with a job change. They wait until they're failing, and the coach has to help them break through the failures. So let's try that again. The topic for this is, what do you do when the job search is getting you down? And I'll just simply say, most people are getting down because they're not getting results. So the question is, how do you get results? Now, I've said many times that it depends on where it's breaking down. So if you're not even getting interviews, it's because your resume stinks, your LinkedIn profile isn't attracting people to you, or you're applying for the wrong jobs that you're not qualified for, or your resume doesn't make a case that you fit. If you're failing with the screener, it could be the HR person or some other individual who's doing a basic screening, you're not indicating how your background fits the role that you applied for. If you're getting to the first real interview in person, it could be with the team or with the hiring manager, and you're not being invited back, you're not demonstrating you're fit for the role, you're not connecting with the interviewer. If you're ultimately getting to the overall manager, the real decision maker, the head of a function, for whom it's the final interview, and you're not getting the offer, it's breaking down because someone's beating you. They could be less expensive, they could be stronger, and or you're not connecting with the interviewer and making them trust you. So what do you do when the job search isn't going your way? Answer, improve. Now, how do you improve? Well, if it's the resume, you get a professional resume writer to rewrite it for you. You hire a coach who can evaluate it for you and make recommendations of changes. If you're looking for, if you're failing because you're not getting past the screener, you need to look at ways to improve your interviewing. The same thing in every other step of the process. Your interviewing is breaking down. So understand, it's all logical. The biggest and most obvious place that breaks down is in interviewing. And often the issue is most job hunters go on interviews ill-prepared to talk about what they've done. So they go out and they wing it. They haven't really reviewed their resume to anticipate logical questions an employer might ask them. They haven't learned my best question to ask on any interview, so they hear the answer to what a firm is looking for at the beginning of the interview and what the role is. They haven't learned quality answers to questions. They're just not practiced. Now, I'm going to remind you of something. The greatest athletes in the world all practice. The greatest entertainers in the world all practice. Job hunters don't practice, and they wonder why they don't get results. They make up the answers on the spot. Tell me how well a great athlete would do if that's what they did. Not particularly well, would they? And you need to rehearse. You need to practice. Ideally working with a coach. And yes, I obviously coach. I've got an interest in persuading you to hire me as a coach, but it's true. Athletes all have coaches. Entertainers all have coaches to help them perform at a world-class level. Why don't you? Now, I'd love to coach you. Easiest way to connect with me is at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. If we're not connected, connect with me. Once we're connected, ask for an initial discovery call. We'll figure out whether it makes sense for us to work together. If not, my feelings aren't hurt, but I'm good at what I do. I can critique your resume and LinkedIn profile, get you ready for interviews, help you with a negotiation. a whole host of different things. There's a young man I was working with recently who wasn't getting results on his interviews. This is true. Hand to God. Um, Last week, we spoke for an hour before a big interview we had. Came out of that interview, he'd spent 3 hours with the firm, really connected well with his future boss. 2 days later, he's talking to the owner and they're negotiating salary. He gets a 25% raise. The week before, I'm working with someone who's far more senior. He's negotiating for a role at a university. It's a rough negotiation. I show him some tactics where he can improve his performance and get more of what he wants, understanding what they can't give him and where they have some flexibility. And we got him a great deal. I'll just simply say, I don't know your circumstances, but I'd love to help you. This is how you do it if you're down as a result of previous interview failures. It doesn't have to be this hard, difficult, painful, or take a long time. It's a different skill set to find the job than do a job. And a coach like me can help you perform at a much higher level. Love to help you. Reach out to me. Again, linkedin.com/IN/the big game hunter. Connect with me, message me. I'd love to help. Have a great day. Take care.